It's exactly 2 days ago, and I made a story be a bremo about a bus be as akoso our my Ganamo, and after 2 flights be Jinako to International Airport, or move the same location, or what try also fly here to the same location. Spokesperson to the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Honorable Felix Ofosukwache, Ababe Kasa, Reverend Team for your I'll be questions due to the suspicion, and so at the response about I got 24. Mr. Wadarba, so be your subscribe button, so no click the bell notification icon, so no Wadarba follow you. Your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter at gossip24.com and gossip24tv. So 2 days ago, me running through a series of busts akoso the omoche on the 4th of March 2025. One semester be that one saying the omoche on the 18th of March 2025. Oh, yarifa. I just say no, the Hunsem Ebeda Ministry of Interior for page. So the omochi on the 4th of March, na street value about $350 million. The omochi on the 18th, if na street value about $2.1 million. I just say no. Bako and a Ministry of Interior and after so nako for ede ehonsem eba beto abonte ba bako de ehonsem emeda abonte ubia enka hohwe until after 25th of March. Now before 25th of March no me explain it said there were 2 flights and BBC eye on my Ghana abako Med 4 flights a number no N823 AM and say free Grand Canaria base on my Ghana on the 20th of March 2025. Now if you on my Ghana on the 25th of March 2025. And I'm also catch am say Cocà Air for on cargo flights just say and also no Antonov 12B no ebe PM on my Ghana from Grand Canaria how corner on the 10th of March and a call Rwanda on the 11th of March and it's also back to Ghana on the 12th of March. Basi Ghana sa until 25th of March and as our flight so if you my Ghana mu akọ. It's due to all these events now say after flights if you my Ghana mu akọ and sana $350 million worth of a year in Lubone and so much here or Accra to Takoradi and that's Takoradi to Accra quite so our Cape Coast honorable eba bedabon tia. Now they say raise a lot of suspicions. For there's some money Reverend Team for your agent the same skills. It's Reverend Team for your MP. Besides, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, couple of questions. And Office National Security for a lot of questions. I'm just say His Excellency and the statement between Abontin say so far as a president there on Tanaho and more for my Ghana and your transit for some man for the Lubane if you're my Ghana we pay for my Ghana Mwako. It's no task state agencies no CID NACO for National Security for NIB for omo kaka hu na airport security no mom kaka hu na so many revenue team for your income now questions bia na what based on information bia one of am na na de omutumi enya investigations because enche bia 1 week ago and omo say enuboni a ne street value no ebe $350 million. Now sansemi and then the honorable Felix Ofosukwache atenase and the who video about to abonte acheche mu de kwai nam so ma flights be no eba Ghana na face so flights be no eche Ghana o shase e di free Cocà Air for Antonov AN12B no eso.
In the last few days the disinformation machine of the new patriotic party has been ratcheted up and they've taken it a notch higher. This time Reverend Intim Fojo, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government.
Now, so the Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, so far as Antonov AN12 na a concern, Ocha, I'm find Bonibia in free on my Ghana. Now, Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, Antonov AN12 na asem Ocha. Reverend in team for you and some other kind of when you invite some send comra, no me provide ebia in some say na between so the cancer answer no and the kaka. But Reverend in team for you into many state agencies no and kasa yempo. Omo friend no just say you see and one to any fact and that's only evidence bia.
The truth is that two aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate, and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now no plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit. So this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, this is a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market. And European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now, this plane originated from Luanda in Angola. It was loaded.
So we events be our ushers ushers important our events as you say the be coordinate events na amana ye kama e de amount contact mother Australian agency say birthday party now ye outdoor engagement corporate events be conference be an summit be mother Australian agency are available and as I ready so me serve ama we events now as I say na ye kama from and as what's up
with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now, Luanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. Now, the specific requirement is a scanning and screening RA3 procedure, which is a requirement to enter the European Union. Luanda doesn't have it. The Swiss cargo facility at the Cocà International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning. Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. Its engine blade was damaged, and then it was also detected that there was severe oil leakage, which required immediate attention. For that reason, a replacement aircraft, URCEZ, with registration number CVK 7007, was brought in to evacuate the cargo. The aircraft that was damaged remained here for 13 days. That is between 12 March and 25th March 2025. After it had been inspected by aviation security, officials of the Narcotic Control Commission, officials of National Security and National Intelligence Bureau, no contraband or unlawful commodities were found on the aircraft.
It's the Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, or a spokesperson to the president, and it's the same way to Dano. And I'll say, Antonov flight, no, Cocà Air for flight, Antonov AN12B. Every Gran Canaria, right, CVK 7037. Sa flights, no, any 2 feet Gran Canaria.
This one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now, this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now, this plane originated from Luanda in Angola.
I be PM our crack and they develop a fault. CVK 7037 and Magraheb. The last time I saw flight, a 2 year, was as far back as 19 December. A 2 free Malaga Echo Cairo. That was the last time I saw flight in 2 years. Flight a Accra, a CVK 7036. Also, Honorable Felix Ofosuku Achika say, plane no, every Luanda and a bar on my Ghana. No, plane no, every Grand Canaria and a bar Accra. In fact, na plane no, Nakut, and I call Grand Canaria on the 9th of March. And if you Grand Canaria, a bar Accra on the 10th of March. And Sunday if you Accra, Aqua Luanda on the 11th of March. Until aside from say, CVK 7037 no, and a bar Accra no. Also, plane no every Luanda and a bar Accra. Rather from Grand Canaria and a bar Accra to Luanda, a bar Accra on the 12th of March. It took until 25th of March. And Sana Kavok Air for Antonov AN12B no. Every Accra, Ekoko PMU, our Grand Canaria. Honorable Felix Ofosuku Ache, also air address, air made for flight, IBPMU, our my Ghana.
The second aircraft in question is a Cocà 800 XP with registration number N823AM. Now, this aircraft is operated by an organization called AirMed International, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States of America. It operates as an air ambulance. Now, Air Medical International flights in Ghana are handled by Tropicana Airlines. Now, this plane landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Luanda in Angola. Now, it was also here for a technical stop, which is refueling and crew rest, which is perfectly legitimate activity. It was cleared to land in Ghana with clearance number GAF TWXR 252604 OFAA 0297/25. Now, whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Luanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Cocà International Airport on 25th March. The aircraft was once again inspected by officials of aviation security, officials of national security, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau, and NACOC, who made sure that it did not contain any unlawful substances, as alleged by Reverend Intim Fodjo.
Now, there are a few things to note here. So, Honorable Felix Ofosuku Ache Air Kasano, or say, flight no every Grand Canaria, no, right? Flight no FR Luanda, and then no sube PMU Ewa Accra.
Landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Luanda in Angola. Now, it was also here.
The actual day, they say, airmade for flights N823 AM, every Grand Canaria, Eba Accra on the 20th of March. Uko play a flight, no, a history, no, how a flight, no, a fly, quite a flight in the fast BPM or my Ghana. Angola, were almost near the southern part of air or my Ghana, right? The one Luanda war. Flights no into and for Luanda. Flights in the Grand Canaria, no, straight in the BC Accra. And a flight no if Accra on the 25th of March. Ekoko PMO back. Our Grand Canaria. Now, Honorable Felix Ofosuku Ache say there is nothing wrong. Say flight me no every Grand Canaria. Eba Accra. Now for so flight me no every Accra no almost go straight to a Grand Canaria. And sana flight me no a change your route ekeka ka ho mu nyina no ensign emba Accra biom. Enti Honorable Felix Ofosuku Ache say and some revenue team for your any MPP for Air Canada. And them say a election no defeat and it do team and a nam so mo kaka asem no. E so mo daye omo ho no ma na percentage na be bomb team no maka de ompese mo kebia.
So in a nutshell, the claims of Intim Fodjo are false. He cannot prove it. That is why he is running away from the investigative bodies. He is unable to provide any shred of evidence to back his claim. I urge you to be wary of a desperate MPP that believes that the best way to claw his way out of the humiliating defeat they suffered in December 2024 is to peddle these falsehoods. under the guise of performing legislative oversight. Whilst we welcome legislative oversight and scrutiny and criticism of any sort aimed at ensuring that we improve upon governance, it is important to condemn this level of political obscurantism, which is deliberately targeted at misinforming people and misleading the public and bringing government's name into disrepute for no reason. Reverend Timfodio has failed to honor the invitations extended to him by national security because he does not have a shred of evidence, and he will never be able to provide any evidence to back his claim because none of the things that he said were true.
To Reverend Timfodio and the response we Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye say, Oma twina dwesi a far-fetched response be a government and the through Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye. No, the kind Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye etwa ntorache o man Ghana for. Say all kase and omu invite on Reverend Timfodio obwa omu invite the bia omu invite no security and now say intelligence agency bia na betumi aka say we invite on Reverend Timfodio with information on all war omu invite no. Or there, Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye say, offer copy him right. Say, oh, National Security Force sending a text message impo, and now some friend impo. Omu inviting. No, or trying some collaborate with Honorable Reverend Timfodio no. Our Parliament. Say about His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the directive or Diabano, met to me, and that take his directive no. Say be and yes say or babe kasakeke na Ghana for Ajia to mukeke. Name me follow directive no. The atosum you know, or say or try so more may joint security briefing. No more security details and no more addressing intelligence agencies. No more opportunity. So to many on Reverend Timfodio na kaboom. Our parliament. Now so NDC parliament work NDC caucus our parliament no a blockade sa briefing no. Oma manamba so. Na dey empower no budisi. Aka tena aka say MP for losing yenti. Ono wasi omonye joint security briefing. Now so NDC form more parliament a blockade. Sa request no make here no. The etoso miensa. Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye etumi atwe camera aba be chiremu. Two suspicious flights no a confirm say ampa flights ne ba my Ghana mu. E the flight ba ko video a share with me afa ba ko video an share. Suspicious. Questionable. It needs to be taken serious because in some Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye kind there are a lot of incoherent facts. Into Mujituma and ye. The etoso were 9. Or the questions will be in the bar you. Bako. FIA 12 containers are not gold. A womb. National Security Force on the 9th of February. Obisa say ekosi saying, sa containers no. Ekosi saying, our hefa. National Security Force to me for omutu for response in Mawe no so. Enya no kwa. The etoso enum. Obisa say, mo say, my drag bust. Ama His Excellency. As far back as 4th of March, no more drag bus. By His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say last week ya no more. Street value no bear $350 million. And I'm also match back also bear $150 million. And we need to be a Reverend Timfodio coffee no fee. And okabo woman there $500 million. Most match we. And then I'm on to me for bibi ma emayehu. Because a high profile. Bas and amayeno. I was saying, come to me celebrate. I don't want to remember. Want to me for response be about no so. Anyway, so I can't wait in Aboma. Then you want to say, and somehow Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, a bet now or can any dear. I say, and some what baby damage control. What does it? And some what baby damage control. We are trying to be someone and a flight in the free Grand Canary no and go follow Luanda and so flight and follow Luanda. You are trying to be someone and Antonov no CVK 7037 and a bag Ghana. Into Muji to my ye. Omu tweet now, I'm on my way, Omu Fandane, a hub for Sebi in the Bonnet and our face to say, Ye disika, Bonnet, ye pese ye disika, Bonnet, Danisika papa. Oh, yes, we Omu to meet no man in yes, sir. In the end, Honorable Felix Ofosu-Kwakye, and Samsung Cocà camera, lights, action, no recording video for Famba. But so far as I'm concerned, no, government, no, a response, Omodiabano, no. And those were the few inconsistencies. And I will response anymore. However, I will show video for a Antonov no. is omo chem say Antonov no boni biya ni ho any ade ode ase Ahmed ne so bae no and the events want to me nya video for Ahmed no but Antonov ne de omo to me nya video omo de clarify in the government no a response any high gossip 24 so would you tum so would you tum omo chom response ni background